Kushel.
Get close to them speaker.
Ah, it's funny. Horrible.
Oh, you are. You are going to use it.
Heck yeah, that's why I'm set up.
I won't. What's it? Join audio. I don't need to join audio since I'm here listening to you, right?
Right.
Well, I'm going to leave so that you can do this.
All right. What is up, gents? Let me go ahead and get this rocking and rolling here. I finally got a code, so I can just do the hosting right away instead of waiting.
Wouldn't let me in. Wouldn't want me to mute myself, so I logged out.
Okay. All right. How you guys doing? All right, got a thumbs up. Cool. All right. Okay, so today we are supposed to be taking a look at advanced smart plans, right? What I would like to do is I would actually like to get the reins over to Mr. Larry Hilliard here. And no,
I'm on a Lenovo laptop at KW. I don't have anything ready.
it's okay. That's okay.
If I knew you were going to do that, I probably would have gone home and be able to set up on my home computer.
Oh, you're good. It's fine. I was just maybe seeing if that would be a possibility, but it's okay. We'll work around it, man. No big deal.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Tim, how's it going?
Good, thanks, guys.
Good. Thanks for being here. Have you had any experience with Command yet?
I'm just kind of getting into it, setting up profiles. Of course, brand new to Keller Williams, well, brand new real estate, brand new to Keller Williams. So, looking for any hints and shortcuts.
Okay. Well, you definitely have a lot of got a lot of people. Well, between me, Larry, and Jason, who's been on pretty much every single call that I've ever had, you got a lot of resources here. So I'm sure any of us will be able to help you at any given stage. So definitely got a lot of resources to help you out here. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to cover these smart plans. let me go ahead and get this screen shared here. All right, gents, can you see that there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So I have a couple tasks here that I deliberately didn't want to check off yet, just to kind of show you that one aspect of the smart plans that you can expect. Okay, so in this regard, I have birthday smart plans ready to go here. You guys see that? These tasks are generated by that birthday smart plan. So the concept behind smart plans has to do with you keeping in touch with your database. Okay. It is meant to be that. It's meant to be the automated system to keep you in track of keeping in good contact with your clients, your past clients, your current clients, your prospects, a lot of different things. Okay, even including, say, for example, you get to the point where you want to hire a team or hire an assistant, you can also have a smart plan built around that. It's about communication, is what it is. Communication and being top of mind. Okay, for those individuals. So, Tim, when such and such decides that they want to move forward on anything having to do with real estate, we want the smart plan to be in place so that they think of you first. Okay. We want you to gain that mind share. All right. Tim, so do you have anybody in your contacts yet?
Yeah, I haven't uploaded any of my contacts in yet.
Oh, you haven't yet. Okay.
Nope, not yet.
So yeah, that'll be something definitely you want to do in the very, very near future here. Since we have some more experienced guys on here, I'm sure you guys will give me a little bit of grace and just show Tim a couple things with what to do with contacts in order for him to get rolling with smart plans. Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
I've got all my contacts I've got in an Excel format, which my understanding is I can download it from an Excel format into Command. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, okay. So that's good. You already have them in an Excel spreadsheet. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually click over here. If you click in the top left corner, that's the KW logo there. If you click on that, it'll actually make all of the applets names appear, right? It'll make all the applet names appear. And we're going to go ahead and click on contacts here. The next thing that we're going to do once this loads up is we're going to travel over here to this section here. You see that?
Yep.
It says import. Okay. So I'm going to click on this and it brings up this window. There are a couple pieces of instructions here. So there is a pre-made CSV file. So essentially it's another type of spreadsheet, right? That's available for use to immediately upload your contacts into Command. So if you have them already existing on an Excel sheet, you can download this and copy and paste into the format that's provided in this file. Okay.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and see if I can open this up here in Google in the browser so you can see it. Nope, it's opened it right up in Excel. Let me show you what it looks like here. Just give me a second. I'm going to change what I'm sharing. Okay, so here we go. So can you see that now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here is the format, right? So it has everything listed and easily recognizable for you. So that's really nice. The cool thing is when you move things over, what I would recommend you do is on your Excel sheet, copy column by column in the exact same order, okay, from top to bottom, and paste it out. It might take you a little bit depending on how much information you have in your Excel spreadsheet, but at least it'll be in the proper format for immediate upload into Command. Okay, so a couple things about the upload. It'll take a little bit of time, okay, because it's going to process everything. And one thing that the system is going to do is it's going to look at the email portion of each contact, right? So it's going to look at P. Now, the reason why email is important to note, it's because this is the actual piece that the system uses to track whether a contact is a duplicate or not. So that's a big deal.
Okay.
You don't want to have duplicates. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and scrub it. Okay. So the cleaner your data is in this CSV file, the better off you'll be in terms of uploading the information into the system. Okay.
Okay.
There are some things to note in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and come way down here. So you'll notice that there's a systems tag section. Okay. So if it's a seller, you can go ahead and mark a yes in there for that contact. If it's a buyer, you can do the same there as well. Any of these, if they've bought previously with you, if they've sold previously with you, if they're another agent that you've made acquaintance with, or another KW agent, whether it's within our own market center or it's outside, out of state, out of city, whatever it is, you can add them as well, which I would recommend you do because there are specific smart plans that you can put together to keep your referral partners in the loop with how the market condition is looking here in Tucson and Southern Arizona. So do that. Allied resource, that label has to do with your vendor partners, right? So who you're in business with, right? So it's an escrow officer, it's a loan officer, title officer, it's a plumber, the electrician, roofer, things like that. And the relationship you want to build with these entities is that of mutual benefit. And by that, I mean, you give them leads and you get them business, they should be reciprocating that to you as well, right? So if you make a recommendation to a roofer and say, hey, roofer, here's what I need you to do. If you roof a house and you know that the seller has interest in selling their house, would you do me a favor and just give me a recommendation, capture some information for me and send it my way so that I can go ahead and capitalize on that and we just keep a mutual beneficial relationship going. That's one of the conversations you can have in establishing that professional relationship. The other thing right next to it, talent. So talent is, say your business is growing and you're looking to add on an assistant, an administrative assistant, a social media assistant, whatever it is, a VA. Those will be how you'll track people that have the potential to be part of your organization as a hire. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And it also is good for agents too. So like say your team's growing and all of a sudden you don't have enough time for working all of your buyers and you need to hire a showing agent or a buyer's agent. You can also track them in the talent section as well. Referral partner, that is also going to be an agent, right? So you can mark them as agent, whether they're external, they're not part of KW or a KW agent, and they're giving you active referrals. You can tag them with this as well, which is a good thing. You want to keep track of who's sending you business or who you're sending your business to. So be mindful of that. The other one right next to it, downline. Downline has to do with hiring or recruiting agents, right? So that has to do with building your profit share tree. So has anybody told you about profit share?
Only, my understanding is only when I signed up, how kind of it worked. And then, I did see, of course, the different levels and how it all works as well.
Okay. So it sounds like you have some pretty decent familiarity with how that works.
Yeah.
Which is good. One thing that you're going to want to know though, so you can keep track of those people. So say it's an agent, say they're with Long Realty. You had a really great transaction with them. You liked how they communicated. You felt that they really matched up with our culture with KW, and you think that it'll be a huge benefit to get in contact with Jay or Big Dan and see what KW can do for them in terms of growing their business. You can mark them as a downline, as a recruit, right? Coming in. They don't have to come work for you directly. They don't have to do that. They can just join the market center brokerage at large, and you'll build that profit share. So as they're doing business, and bringing profit to the market center, you'll get a portion of that profit right from there. So it's another way of having some passive income. You don't have to be so active in that, right?
Yeah.
So that's really good. You can also enter in some custom tags as well. So if you want to get creative and start building your own tags, like say this is a Houston lead, or this is my friend in California, or whatever it is, you can create a tag on anything. It's up to you how you want to organize your database. So that's it. Everything else after that is pretty self-explanatory. I just wanted to make sure I covered what those tags mean. Those are the system tags, or otherwise known as CAD tags. They'll be referred to in either way by me or others. So just wanted to make you familiar with that. So begin moving your information from that Excel spreadsheet into the CSV. And once you have that done, let me share back the other screen here. You can go ahead and upload your file. And again, like I said, it'll take a few minutes to get done, depending on how many contacts you have. Of course, the more you have, the longer it'll take. But that's it. Hope that gives you a little bit more clarity with how to import bulk add all your contacts versus going one by one. I mean, unless you are that kind of person that likes to do one by one, then yeah, you can definitely do that too. And that's over here in the add contact section. So the only thing that's required to move forward with the contact or adding them to the database is this top one right here, just the name. Just the first name is required.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's just how you get the ball rolling. As you continue to develop the relationships and you acquire more information about the individual, then of course you're going to continue to add to this card. That's the idea, right? Add a relationship. This is kind of cool. You can find a spouse for a contact, or it has a lot of different labels actually: spouse, father, mother, son, daughter. It has a pretty long list of the potential partnerships people have. You can be very specific about that. You can also add, so you can add two contacts from this one form. So you have your primary one, and then you have a secondary you can add along with it. So so that's really good. You definitely want to make sure you have a primary email address for them and a primary phone number. So those pieces of contacts, piece of the contact puzzle actually benefit you a lot of the way. I'm actually going to click back and show you a little something else. Back in the dashboard. When you're completing the information for your contacts, you're going to have a database health score, right? So mine is left this way kind of purposefully so I can show it all the way, but it tells you how healthy the information is that you have for your clients, right? So I got a lot of phone numbers for people, not a lot of emails, even fewer addresses and even fewer neighborhoods attached to this. But this database health score will help you understand what pieces of information you need to collect from people. Okay. Are you on Facebook?
I am, I was a commercial banker for 27 years.
Okay.
So historically, I've been more LinkedIn orientated from a business standpoint.
Right.
Facebook has been more personal.
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to kind of expand my Facebook a little bit. I wasn't sure if I should create a second Facebook, maybe like a commercial Facebook account, or if I should try and keep on building something off of my personal.
So you can build a business page, a Facebook business page off of your personal, and it's separate.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you mine here in a second. But yeah, you definitely want to increase your Facebook presence, because this business, probably unlike the commercial banking business, is very relationship driven on a personal level with people. Mm-hmm. And your number one source of leads starting out or at large are going to be your friends and your family, your sphere of influence, right? Your acquaintances. Right. So Facebook is going to be a huge portion of that. So you can create a Facebook business page and invite everybody to participate in the conversation with you, like have them follow you, so that you can start enriching their lives with information about real estate, okay, and how it can benefit them in terms of wealth building, or even just a better standpoint for their family, right? So that kind of thing. In the Keller Williams technology Facebook page, which I run, um, I added a file in here. Actually, it's going to be a photo, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a photo I added in here. Here it is. And this actually divvies up the database health score. So what it's made of. So first name is 20%. If you got the first name, you're 1/5 of the way there. It's really great. Phone number accounts for another fifth. Email address and actual mailing address or home address counts as another 20%. Then all the other little details make up the last 20%, right? So you have company, what company they work for, what their position is. You can even put in their work address, things like that, their date of birth. For the birthday smart plan, you're going to need to have that. Otherwise, it's not going to run. One of those required pieces. Social is essentially the social media. So if you have a friend that's on Facebook and you have their Facebook page URL, enter that into command, and that'll give you 4 extra percent. The source by which you came across this lead, it could be you, it could be a Facebook ad, it could be a referral, whatever the source is. If you add that in there, that's another 4% added. And if you tag them, you get another 4%. So that's how you round out the 100% for a contact in terms of its health score. Okay.
I was
So
curious, Jesse, when
I'm
you
sorry?
put in their Facebook URL, how does the system use their URL?
Well, what it's there for is mostly for your reference, right? So we're trying to build relationships with people, and obviously, if you're friends with them on Facebook, they're happy to share things with you, and at least happy to have you see them and interact with them in that way. So one of the main conversations that we have as agents with KW is known as the Ford conversation. Are you familiar with that term?
Yeah, Big Dan's talked about that.
Good. So so we're going to build on that, right? So it's just another way of picking up a conversation and personalizing the experience to that person you're contacting. So say, for example, I called Jason, right? It's like, hey, Jason, how's it going? Saw on Facebook that you got yourself a Victory motorcycle. How do you like it? Right? You like riding? You like taking it out for long rides through the mountains, winding roads, stuff like that? That's awesome, man. I wish I could do that. I actually kind of have a plan to get a Can-Am Spider. I think those things are awesome. I know it's a reverse trike, but I still think they're cool looking. Stuff like that, And
Right.
How's everything going? I just saw that you got your real estate license, Jason. How cool is that? Yeah, I've had mine for several years, this and that. Maybe we can link up, or I'll keep you in mind if anything comes up. And say Jason's in a different city, we'll link up if I have any referrals going out to a different city that you're in, and we'll just keep in business there, right? So, and then we circle it back around to the motorcycle thing. Is like, you know what? And if I get a chance, I'm down there in whatever town you're in, and I have my Spider. Let's go for a cruise. Like that's a very fast, very quick way of doing a Ford conversation, but that's essentially what you'll be doing. So the Facebook URL is there for that benefit, right? So you're just noticing that people are doing things in their lives and you think it's interesting and you want to talk about it.
Okay. So you get like notifications when they post something, or
It's up to you. You can definitely set it so that you can get notifications when they post. You can have people as part of your favorites list, I guess you could call it,
Right.
where their posts show up first and you see them more frequently. So you can develop a list of what is referred to as MVPs. Your MVPs, you'll create a Facebook list of your most valuable people, um, partners, friends, whatever you want to call them,
Okay.
and you'll get notifications for them as they post. It's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. Well, and I was curious, Jesse, you had mentioned, so you have the conversation about the Victory motorcycle. Within Command, you have a place to put a note to say, he bought a Victory motorcycle, follow up with them regarding, getting together or something, or
Absolutely. There's
scheduling something to go riding or something.
Yep, there's absolutely that section in there. So let's see. I think I do have Jason's information in here.
Yeah.
Do you mind me sharing that,
Go
Jason?
ahead.
Okay, so let's go ahead. There's Jason right here. Right, so there it is. I've emailed him a couple things here, it looks like. So obviously we're tracking what we're doing here. So say I called Jason. That was an actual call that we did. I'm going to go ahead and add an activity here. And I'm going to record this interaction type as a call
Okay, perfect.
and say we spoke about his newly acquired real estate license and how awesome his Victory motorcycle is.
Okay. Now, I'm familiar with using CRMs. I wasn't sure if Command had all that functionality to it. And
Oh yeah, Command
it has
has
the ability to set up like future, okay, need to get a whole, need to talk to Jason in 3 months. Make sure I call Jason in 3 months or
Yep.
something. Have like something to notify me.
that's there too. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
good.
click that as a save. So I have that record there. So now I can refer to it as like, hey, bud, I last talked to you on the 19th of November. How's everything going with your motorcycle? Still got it? You're not looking to sell it or anything like that, right? So you're just building off that. You can add smart plans to it as well. So say, for example, I wanted to keep in touch with him on a monthly basis. I have a smart plan built out right here, and I'll go ahead and add him to that so that it starts immediately, right? So here's what it is. It's just, here's the phone call. Just wanted to see how you're doing, check in. And now the task is to enter the note for that call, and then it repeats unlimited amount of times every single month.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to hit confirm there. So I added that here today. So in a month from now, I will get another task to give Jason a call so we can keep in touch. Now, the idea about, I mean, you know CRMs pretty well. The idea is to make sure you're staying top of mind with people, and the smart plan is one way to keep you in track that way. Another smart plan that you can add to this is, let's see, we can do, say if you didn't have a phone number or you were missing an email, you can create a smart plan around that, or they've already been created. You can just add it to it until you get that information, right?
So
So that
keep
you-
on reminding you that that's something you need to get.
Exactly. Like
Okay.
this is something that I really need to have in here, or unless, or you might be, one of those people that really wants to have every single thing green. All of your, like you want to have that health score to be at 100%, and you're just like, this 88% is driving me nuts. Like this needs to be 100%.
Uh,
Right. So if you're that kind of a personality type, then having a smart plan like that is definitely going to be beneficial for you. Keeps you on track, and if it's in front of you, you're not going to forget to do it, right?
right. You don't have to continue to look at it and say, okay, what am I missing? It's going to tell you this is what you're still missing.
Exactly. So, so the advanced smart plan section. So since I've given you a pretty quick overview of contacts and why it's important to have a contact within the system, so you can utilize these smart plans. Let me go ahead and show you what the smart plans library looks like.
Perfect. Because I mean, I like you said, I've done lots of CRMs, but the smart plans is something new for me.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I'm again going to show you the name. So I'm clicking on the KW, and I'm going to click on the Smart Plans applet right there. Okay. So here we go. So first off, it's going to show me the plans that I have in my command iteration, right? So currently I have 42 people plans added to my Smart Plans library, which is pretty cool. I have a lot of different ways of keeping in contact with people. The bulk of them are going to be these DTD2 smart plan types. So these are going to be, I'll explain what this is in a second here, but this is a helpful one. This one is meant for you to be in constant contact with the people on a quarterly basis. So everybody in your database should be touched or spoken to in a 90-day period, right? So this is one way of keeping track of how to do that, which is cool. Now, I didn't create all of these. I created a couple here and there, but then the question becomes, where did I get them? And you'll find them here in the library. So if you click on library, you will see that there is a plethora of smart plans out there. Not only does KW or Keller Williams Realty Inc. provides you with pre-built smart plans. But check this out down below. Agents are also contributing to this library. So if somebody has, like, say for example, I want a smart plan to keep in contact with people about holidays, for example. So I'm going to look at this one. Okay, what's involved with this 12 Touch holiday text smart plan? All right, let's take a look. I'm going to view the steps. So all I did was click view steps, and it shows me that I add them. It's a 2-week delay, and then an automatic text gets sent out for Labor Day. And then it waits, and then it sends out another one for Halloween, Thanksgiving. Happy holidays for the Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa season. It's all there.
Right.
That's one smart plan. If I decide that I like it after reviewing this, I'm going to add that smart plan. I just click add smart plan. You can customize the name if you don't like the way it looks. You can click download, and clicking download actually adds it to my own library. So I'm going to take you back here. Okay. We're going to go back up here to my smart plans, and there it is. Now it's available for me to use on any of my contacts. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, no, that, and so will it automatically send out those emails, or is it just a reminder that you need to send those?
It depends on how you have it set up. This is a text plan. So there is a text messaging service that is built into Command. Let me go ahead and see.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine, and I have no smart plans at this point, because I
Yep.
need to get the Twilio.
Yep, Twilio is it. So we do have Twilio. So we have a marketplace, and that's where it'll go. So let me show you. Oh, I guess it didn't like what I was doing there. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's give that another shot. All right, here we are, settings. So Twilio has an integration in Command. So any text message that is set up within a smart plan, or you can even just text directly from the contact card, will go through Twilio right from Command, which is awesome. And the smart plan is there to automate a lot of things for you. So if it ends up being an email or a task reminder, or even just sending this text, it can be automated for you, which is a huge benefit to us as agents, because what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to get out there. We're supposed to set appointments. We're supposed to make these phone calls, meet with people, get things under contract. That's what we're supposed to do. So if we can automate some of this other stuff, that frees up a lot of our time to be able to do those other things, right?
Yep.
So that's why I love the automation that Command provides to us through these means. So you have Command email as well, which is also part of the smart plan system. So any email that goes out, whether it's an email campaign from the campaigns applet or an automated email from a smart plan, it'll be sent from the Command email account. I also have MailChimp set up, but honestly, every single time I've done it, it's been through Command email.
Okay.
It's seamless. It works really well. Plus you get 5,000 free emails a month.
Yeah.
If you need more, you can do that. You can click on manage, and you can manage the subscription. It'll then take you to the marketplace, and it'll give you the various packages that you have available to augment the number of emails you can send in any given month. Right? So you can go up to 50,000 emails a month, and it'll cost you $70.
Okay.
Right? It's up to you. That's the beautiful thing about it, is we have the option.
Well, and like you said, it got confusing when I'm getting all this stuff from MailChimp as well. And I was trying to sift through, trying to figure out, okay, where should I focus my effort?
Yeah. So your efforts actually. So are you brand new to the real estate industry at large?
I am.
Okay.
2 weeks.
2 weeks in, are you?
Yeah.
You're green. All right, it's all right. That's good.
I'm very green.
Well, you came to the right place in terms of education and training. So good on you for that one. So there's plenty of training available for you on every different front. The technology, how to run your business. I assume when you joined, they gave you this book right here.
Yeah. I had met with Jay and Chase a while back and finally made the decision, like I said, 2 weeks ago to join Keller Williams.
Very good. Yeah. Good job. I love it. The culture with this company is just second to none. And the fact that we have agents that are just willing to help everybody. I've seen Renee help people. She's pretty active on the Command Facebook pages. I don't know if you've seen it, but she's out there doing that, which is awesome. Jason has been a part of every single class that I've taught, which is pretty awesome. I should give him like a certificate or something
Yeah.
for like perfect attendance or most educated newbie, because he's been on it for a year, just like running through these classes with me. It's pretty cool. And everyone here is really eager to help the next person, right? So you came to the right place for sure. Absolutely. I believe that 100%. So kind of going back to the smart plan section a little bit. You can also create your own, which is nice. So if none of these actually fit exactly what you want, or you want something a little bit more custom to you, you have the option to just make them. All right, just give it a call it something. Man, actually, you know what? I might just put everybody on a smart plan. Right, so I can just do this, right? And I want to create one real quick for you guys. And so here's what it looks like to be able to create it. First, you start out with a name, as you saw me create one there, and then it comes to the task, right? So I want it to be automated, and I just want to set it and forget it. I don't even want to worry about it ever again. So I'm going to go ahead and send an email, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a delay to that. And I'm going to make it a 6-day delay. And I'm going to send another email. Right? And I'm going to do a 4-week one. So I'm going to set another delay. We're going to make this 6 again. And I'm going to add another email. Right? So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 1 more email to do. Let's add that delay in there again. Another 6 days we'll wait. And send an email. And then restart. So it's that simple to get the basic structure of an email plan out there, right? And the restart flow, it says how many times you want to do this. 1 time. I'm going to go unlimited because I don't see anywhere in the near future where I'm going to stop teaching classes. Right, Renee? Right, Jason? I don't think I'm going to stop.
Hope not.
So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and create an email subject. Come out like a boss, right? And just tell people, hey, join me this Tuesday at 1 p.m. or Thursday at 1 p.m. for Come Out Like a Boss, and just keep rolling it, right? Just to keep everybody reminded of what I got coming down the pipe in terms of teaching. So it's going to be pretty cool. This is one way to do it. Actually, now that I'm actually kind of working through this, I'm thinking my little gerbil is running really fast on its wheel. So it's got the gears spinning pretty fast. So I think I might do it a little bit different. Might do it a little bit differently. But who cares? This is a basic part of it. If I wanted to, I could send text messages out of this. I can add a text message to go along with the email. And easy follow-up. So that's the gist of it and how to create your own. It really doesn't take much.
Okay.
It's just your level of creativity at that point. Renee, do you have any custom smart plans that you've created?
I use Jason's weekly one, but most of them I've just taken from other people.
Yeah. so-
Renee, how did you see those? When I go into my smart plans, I don't have any smart plans.
You
Oh,
should
yeah.
be able to search the library.
Yeah, then that's how you get started. You just start searching it up. So here we are,
Okay.
smart plans.
It is, I'm currently under my smart plan, so I need to go to library. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
go
to
to
library.
library and you should be able to search them.
All right, thank you.
You can browse through it just like this. Go through them one at a time. Or if there's something really specific you're looking for, so like a weekly. Actually, I'll do this. I'm
Type in
gonna
Jason.
search by author name. Yeah, and I'm gonna type in Jason Carlton. He's one of our agents here, one of the rainmakers for the Carlton real estate team, of which Renee is agent of, which is
I'm the feet on the ground in Tucson.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's it. So there we go. So there it is. So these are the 2 call plans that he created himself, and he published them for all the other agents to use. And here are the steps. It's pretty easy. Step 1, call them. Wait 6 days. Step 2, call them again. And it's weekly, right? He did 4, just like the email one that I created there, except his are phone calls.
And it repeats until you quit.
And repeats forever. Until people say, Jason, shut up, stop talking to me. I don't imagine them doing that.
No, they don't.
No, he's really great. He's really good to talk to. Here's his monthly call plan. Right. So here's make a phone call. Here's where you're calling them at. And it's every 30 days. Give them a call. Wait another 30 days. Give them a call. So this right here is a 90-day plan, and it tells you it runs for 90 days. There are 8 separate steps in it, and there are 4 actual touches. So a touch is any piece of interaction, whether it's an email or it's a text message, a phone call, something is a touch, right?
Okay.
Trying to make contact with somebody, that's a touch. All these other steps are just there. Yeah, so you can add any of these. And what's cool too is, so say I've already added these to my smart plan library. So I'm going to click on smart plans here for myself. And I'm going to find that here it is. This is his plan that I added to my, my command here. I have the option to edit this if I wanted to. So let me show you that. I saw you were looking away from the screen. Let me do that again.
Oh, sorry. I'm actually trying to work on my command smart plans while I'm watching yours as well.
Right. So here I am, and there's a little pencil icon right here. Okay. I'm going to click that, and that's going to allow me to edit this smart plan. So if I wanted to instead include a script for the first phone call that I make with somebody, I can type in the script right here on the task description. Super cool, super easy, definitely possible. It's how you want to do it. Say, for example, this were a text message or email step. Instead, I can add a hyperlink in here, like say, like the KW app smart plan, promote my app smart plan. It actually includes your KW app link, right? So if you add people to it, hey, download my new app, check it out. I'd love some feedback on it. Let me know what you think, right? And it has a link in there, and they download it. The app is branded to you. So as they register, their information automatically populates within command.
Okay, good.
And you're ready to go. It also works from the website. So here's my website. This is the command website. You can link them to your website if you wanted to. So if somebody were to come in here and click sign up, right, because it's branded to me, there's my ugly mug right there. People sign up, I get their information. And it gets their first and last name, their email address, and phone number, right? Here's what that looks like. And they can leave me a message, right?
Okay.
a lot of different things that we can do with this, with smart plans. You can link it to something else. If you had a conversation with them and they had a thought of selling their house, but they weren't sure, you could create a smart plan for them, letting them know, hey, where are you at in the process? Would you like me to do a free comparative market analysis for you to let you know what your home is potentially valued at according to what the market data shows? People will be like, you know what, Tim, yeah, get me that CMA. I want to know because I want to sell my house.
Mhm.
Okay, great. So then that's your opportunity to put that together for them and ask more questions. How long have you owned this home? Do you have a mortgage balance on it left? How much of a mortgage balance do you have? If you were to sell this, where would you go next? Would you go out of state? Would you go to another city? Would you just move to another side of town? Are you looking to downsize? Are you looking to upsize? What their motivation is, use that. And the more you're able to connect with people is the more you're able to convert on those things. So we bring up Jason a lot, and Jason Carlton, his ears must be ringing right now while we're talking about him. But this guy is like super great about his consistency and how he asks for information. So one of the ways he does it is like this. Great. So I'm curious, what would it look like if you were to sell your house in 30 days?
He starts with 6 months, then he goes with 3 months, or starts with 6 months, then he asks 90 days, then he asks 30.
I jumped to the 30. Yeah, but yeah, that's how he does it.
Abbreviated.
What would it mean to if you sold your house for top dollar in the shortest amount of time? What would that do for you? He asked these questions. They're all motivational questions. The more you know,
Why is
the more
that
you can
important to you? That's a big one for him.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Why is
Oh,
that
yeah.
important to you?
Yeah, why is that important? I use it differently. So why is it important is kind of the way I'm asking, what does that mean to you?
Mhm, exactly.
They're
What will
not the
it
same.
allow you to do? Kind of similar.
So anyway, regardless of what version you decide to use, it's still valuable. And that helps you qualify your leads too. If you know what their motivation is and what their timeline is, then you know how much attention you need to put on them now, or how much attention you need to just give to them on a nurture basis until they're ready. So the smart plans are there so that you're catching them at the right time. Because Renee, Larry, everybody that's here, what's been the experience? Like, well, yeah, I think I want to buy, but I'm going to wait a year. How often does that year actually mean a year? It never means a year. Before you know it, 3 months has gone by and you're making that phone call. They're like, you know what? We're ready now. Well, you're 75% of the way short, but okay, well, let's go. You told me a year and it's only been 3 months. So let's rock and roll. You just want to be there at the right time, and I'll be the first to say, like, if you're not in contact with your database, like I wasn't at the beginning, I lost out on a lot of opportunities. And I have to say, I just missed them. Oh, I wish I would have known you were in real estate. I would have used you totally, but we just bought a house. Guess what? They're in my database now. I know that they have a house. And what's the likelihood that they'll sell in 5, 7, 10 years? It's kind of what the trend is, right? So here in Tucson, it's about 10 years of length of ownership. So in 10 years time, they might be ready to sell their house again. And I'm still in contact with them. I'm still sending them the emails. I'm still sending them the text messages, giving them the phone calls, sending them the birthday cards, wishing them a happy anniversary, things like that. Who are they going to think of when it comes time to sell their house? It's going to be me. It's not going to be the other agent that they just worked with one-off, right? And those are the type of individuals that we refer to as orphan agents or orphan clients, right? They're just like, okay, one and done, and forget about them. It's like the one-night stand of the industry. It's kind of sad. But
and I'll just add a comment to that.
Yeah.
Even if they don't respond, keep contacting them, because I can't tell you how many people have contacted Jason in the last month being like, oh, we're ready. But he hasn't talked to them for a year and a half, like actually talked to them. Like he's left them messages, sent them cards, et cetera, et cetera. And as long as you're doing it, they're eventually going to come back.
Yeah.
We have 3 or 4 right now buyers that said they were going to wait a while and he hasn't heard a word from them, and then they call him out of the blue. So stick to it.
Yeah, keep at it.
Yeah. You never know.
You never know. Absolutely, you never know. There was one client that I worked with that I just had him on a regular smart plan, or at least on his call schedule, and ended up being like, hey, we actually decided to sell our house, and I sold it to them last year. And now it's listed and under contract. So it's like, it's just, how good are you at staying top of mind with your people?
Yeah, and we've kind of been doing, like, for new buyer leads, at least, we've kind of been doing contact them like 3 times a week. If you're not getting good response, then just do once a week, then go to once a month if you're still not getting responsive, and then change them to quarterly.
And that's just the phone call portion. But they're still sending emails. They're still sending text messages.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, get everybody subscribed to the anybody that you have an
monthly
address and an email for, the neighborhood nurture.
Yeah, there are 2 different ones. There's a bi-weekly, and then there's a monthly. It's one or the other, but one is good. Just choose one. It'll give them the updates of the neighborhood that they're in, or a neighborhood that they're interested in moving to. And it's not limited to one. You can have, if they like, I like the west side. Well, how many neighborhoods are there on the west side? A ton. So you can add all of them if that's what you want to do. Or if they say, oh, I like Continental Ranch. Well, Continental Ranch it's not a neighborhood, it's a collection of neighborhoods. So you'll need to know what those subdivision collections look like to make up that area, and add them all on for them on a smart plan. It's really cool. A lot of versatility, a lot of leverage that this system provides you in terms of keeping in contact with your people. What's cool too is that if you have them starting on, just a regular touch thing, and it runs its course, you can see this button right here. It says add to smart plan.
Mhm.
If it's one of those smart plans that you have created that terminates after a certain point in time, well, add them to another smart plan automatically and keep it going. Change the conversation up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah. Okay.
Yep. So you never know. Maybe they're, well, you know what, just, I'm not ready to buy, but my sister-in-law is. Go ahead and work with her. Just, there you go. That's what I want to hear.
Exactly.
You keep sending me these things, and I think it's awesome. I'm going to refer you to my sister. I'm going to refer you to my brother, or my aunt. There's my compadre down in Rio Rico. Talk to him. Like, okay, let's do it. And it doesn't have to be in Tucson. It could be anywhere in the country. You got family back east or anywhere else in the country, you can help them even still, and just refer out the business to an agent in that area that you interview for them, and collect a check at the end for just making a phone call.
Okay.
They can, your clients can use your app. Check this out. If I wanted to see what was going on in Las Vegas, Nevada, I can see the properties. Even though everything is branded to me in Arizona, I can still see properties in Nevada. I can see them anywhere KW has a presence, essentially. And there are thousands of agents everywhere in the world that you can refer to or get referrals from. You can, and talking about that, you can also add your referral partners to a smart plan. Do that. Keep in constant contact with them. Like in the last 2 months, I've gotten 6 referrals from out-of-state agents. And some of them aren't with KW. It's just because I saw them on Facebook and I thought, this person's doing something. Let me connect with them. I added their Instagram or Facebook link into my database and found their phone number, and I gave them a call. How are things going down there in Houston, Texas? How's the business there? How did the previous storm system that ran through there affect you guys? Is everything okay? Not experiencing any of that flooding or anything like that? Not even to that degree? Have the conversation. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. But you're like, yeah, then they'll ask you inevitably, oh, how's Tucson doing? Great. It's a very strong market. We're at 1.25 months of inventory, so we're running really thin here. But the market is still really active. We got a lot of active buyers out here. It's just a matter of finding them the house. You got anybody planning on coming to Tucson? As a matter of fact, I got 3 people looking to go to Tucson. How awesome would it be to hear that answer at the end of that phone call with speaking to another agent? Develop that relationship, you'll get referrals. There are agents in our brokerage right now that are 100% referral based, whether that's referrals from agents outside of the state or referrals from friends and family. They don't even do any active prospecting. It's just that they've kept in contact with their people so well that they're top of mind and have that mind share with their people. They just get the business handed to them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the smart plan is one of the ways to leverage that. So play around with this, Tim. Create a smart plan. And my recommendation is to add yourself to it. So you see how it looks.
Yeah.
You see how it functions. Do that kind of testing first before you start adding clients to it. Right? So step 1, make yourself a client. Step 2, add yourself to everything. See what it looks like to have 100% database health for that contact. See what it's like to receive the monthly neighborhood nurture on specific neighborhoods. See what it's like to receive automated text messages from Twilio in command. Do that, gain the experience. So that way, when your clients they come across an issue or they have questions about it, you have all the answers because you know what their experience is. Boom. That's what I like about this system, is that you can do that. So if you don't have the KW app set up, you're going to need to take care of a few things in the consumer applet here. So go through the Kelly guides, get your basic website set up, get your app link ready to go. Then you can start promoting all that stuff. And your clients will then have all the access they need to show homes anywhere in the country. Send it to all your friends and family.
All right. Appreciate it, Jesse.
Absolutely. So anyway, it's 1:56. Are there any questions that I might be able to answer for y'all today before we sign off? Cricket. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I'm sure as the information digests, you'll come up with questions. Feel free to reach out to me via email. My email address is really easy. Here, let me show you what it is. There you go. Shoot me an email if you need to. If you have any questions or anything like that, I am the Market Center Tech Coordinator. I am a labs advisor, so I'm really into this tech. This is my deal. I love it a lot. Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and give you guys an extra 3 minutes back. But thanks so much for being a part of today's Command Like a Boss class, Advanced Smart Plans. It was all centered around you, Tim. We want to get you hitting that ground running. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
I didn't want to hog it all, but luckily it all worked out. That was what the plan was, the smart plan. So that worked out well.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks a lot again, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.